We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. A Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's the 2nd down and 6.
Hey, kill!
Past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Boy, I tell you, the schedule makers got it right here in week 1. A lot of great games today. And another Buffalo and the Jets right here in this very stadium tomorrow night. Won't that be fun? But of these two teams, Charles, Giants and Cowboys, which one do you think is the bigger threat to Philadelphia in the NFC East?
As we start here right now, it's got to be Dallas. How explosive are they offensively? Extremely. And on the defensive side of the ball, they take it away from teams. But don't count out the Giants. Their defense, they get after you with a lot of pressure. And if their quarterback continues to grow, look out.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now Jones going to change it up here.
Ladybug.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Quick right. Dom Capers.
Throwing, Jones. Short throw, going to be caught by Waller. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
A 51-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Prescott. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 70 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game.
Ladybug, 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 ladybug.
Now Jones. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Okay,
2nd and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. That good for 19 and a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Troy Johnson.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA's. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Great.
Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. Kicking into a headwind here in the 2nd quarter. Gano's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Down the left sideline. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play here for Dallas. And even 50 yards on the ground. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are going to get the football back at their own 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Open target here, Darius Slayton.
How about a little credit for Slayton there as he moves the chains? Whether he's starting, low on the depth chart, wherever he is, he just produces for the G-men. 3rd 700-yard season in 4 years to begin his NFL career.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
North salad. Hey, why shift, Mac? Outside. To the right, Pacino. To the right, Pacino.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he's caught downfield. It's Waller. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Half Timberland.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Elsa.
Now Jones to throw on second down. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. It's Barkley on the counter. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Gold gutter.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 19-yard line. 108 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Here's second and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down the sack back at the 16-yard line. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. Third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A first down throw for Prescott. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Now a second and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So on fourth down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick here is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Jones on 1st and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back.
Rita.
Looking to throw. Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Darren Waller, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. Now Jones wants to change it up.
Bama, Bama, Bama.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. The fades are tough because you need a perfectly placed pass. They got one there.
That they did. Now, I used to have a former partner I worked with who hated the fade pass. Where do you stand on it?
I do not like it because you're going into a corner. You don't have any room. What do you think? You're the analyst.
I love it when they complete it. Then it's a heck of a call.
Yeah, well, that's not very gutsy.
Yeah, it really isn't.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Dallas.
Hey, kill.
Here's Pollard again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Jones. To Barkley on the check down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now 2nd and 5.
Timberland.
Back to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Giants. Darren Waller. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are looking good here in the season openers. They're able to extend their lead. So this, Charles, here, a tight game through the first 2 quarters, but they've come out in this second half and really took the fight to them.
And you and I both know that in the locker room at halftime, both sides' head coaches emphasize the first 5 minutes of the second half, getting out and establishing yourselves. One team has definitely done that.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Going right back to Ferguson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes we even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them. I mean, the quarterback's job's pretty easy there.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
Deontay Banks there on the stop.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Prescott to throw it. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now Prescott. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards there and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. That is caught. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go, kill. Here we go, 47.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Fourth down, Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 33 yards. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, hey.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And this will be a Giants first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Great.
Now Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen down. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. This is taken at the 15. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Prescott. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. Now Prescott on 4th down. Looking downfield for Pollard. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Prescott. And nearly another interception. It would have been his third of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Touchdown! Jake Ferguson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. You tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Wide shift to Cruz. Cruz, Cruz. Gold River! Gold River! Flick right, flick right, flick right.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Third down and 1.
Ladybug, 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 ladybug.
Jones. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And fights through 1 man. And he is going to have a New York first down, and the Giants are going to win the football game. Partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity.